Hogwarts, part 48. And today we are going to be doing landscaping at the back of the Great Hall. There. And we're going to finish off this. But first, we are going to make a slight alteration to the Great Hall. On the Great Hall, there are lines that run alongside it. I've not put those lines in, but I have on the rest of the build. So if you want to build your Great Hall to match the rest of the build at a later date, I would advise putting in our lines, which is what I'm going to do now, because then it can all go together. So we're going to want some andesite, normal andesite and the andesite wall. For our landscaping, we are going to need dirt, or rather grass, and stone. There will be other bits to add at a later date, assuming we get that far, because the landscaping is rather time consuming. So first we're going to put our lines on our walls. So we're going to go at the top of the window, top window, and you're going to put in 2 walls there, take out those and put in 2 blocks there. You need to carry this on all the way around. Do we have andesite stairs? We do. There they are. So we can take those out. Put those up there. Then put some wall in. I'm going to put in the wall all along the side there. Don't want to replace them all because then it'll appear on the inside, which we don't want. But we can get away with it with the towers. You can put wall around the tower should you wish, but I don't like that because it looks rather funny. So we're going to carry this on. Wall, and then wall, going to bring it across. I think we'll change those for the blocks. I'm going to bring it all the way across until it meets the grand staircase tower, and that's where we'll stop. Oh, I've got a hole there. Fill that with cyan terracotta. So it looks like the wall's blending in a bit better. There we go. And the same going the other way. Again, if you don't like this, you don't need to do it. If you're perfectly happy with how your Great Hall currently looks, then leave it alone. It will match a bit better later on when we come to the rest of the build. going to punch those out. So that's going to be the blocks, which stops there. You can, if you want, bring these up to meet and put the andesite stairs in there. Just gives it a bit of a neater finish. It stops at the back wall there as well. It doesn't go all the way across on the back. Oops. Okay, so now our second line goes on top of the bottom windows. Like so. Is that a wall? No, it's not. That's better. See, that's lined up quite nicely there, hasn't it? So it's 2 up. If you want to curl it round your towers, just put it on the edges. I wouldn't stick it out, or just replace them like that. See? Oh, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Don't realise that it's missing until you do it. We'll carry this on down on this side too. So this is like I say, you're going to keep coming back and making tweaks. At least I'm probably going to keep coming back and making tweaks here and there, making adjustments. And the last one goes in the middle here, so you should have a block below and a block above. I just do the same thing, only you can't run this one all the way around the front, so it stops at the end. Stop there. this one does run all the way at the back. Like so. What I prefer to do is take out that bottom row, like so. That's better, isn't it? Again, it's something you don't realise is missing until you do it. So we're going to do the same on this side, and then we'll get to our landscaping. So it's in the middle, one block above, one block below. And you do go all the way to the end until it meets the grand staircase again, like so. Right, I'll fast forward the rest. Let's replace those with andesite. So I'm going to finish this side and I shall fast forward this one. Here we go. I think that makes a lovely difference. It just gives that little bit more detail into it, doesn't it? I like that a lot. Right, on to the landscaping. Right, first I'm going to run through my landscaping method with you. It's been a long time since we've covered any landscaping, so I'm just going to refresh your memories to show you how I've done this. So first we need to get a range of blocks. So we'll get rid of that, get rid of that, keep the dirt, get rid of that. You don't really need this, but you could put some andesite in there, I suppose. You could. You can put whatever blocks you want in there really. So we're going to put some cobblestone in. You could put a bit of mossy in if you really wanted to. We're going to put in some deep slate. Cobbled deep slate is usually best. There we go. Cobbled deep slate, a bit of gravel, adds a nice bit of texture. And a bit of diorite. But not a lot. We're only going to use that in very small doses. It's great for adding a little bit of depth. So we've got andesite, cobbled deep slate, cobblestone, gravel, stone and dirt, or grass, with a little bit of mossy cobblestone and a little bit of diorite. But I'm probably not going to use those on these bits. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our stone. We're going to start off in the top corner and we're just going to throw it about like that in a completely random pattern. There's no thought to it at all. I'm just really wiggling the mouse around. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then get me to see it's like that. And then the same thing. It is time consuming, but it does have the desired effect that we are looking for. I've recently just done a lot of landscaping on the main build around the suspension bridge and down the side of the quad, and it does look good. So now we're going to do the same again, but with cobblestone. We're going to throw cobblestone around. Oops, it doesn't matter if you make holes. It's not meant to be perfect, it's not meant to be neat. The messier, the better. just want to cover up a good chunk of that dirt. We don't want too much dirt showing, and we used dirt to box it in, didn't we? Make sure you bring it all the way down so it blends in nicely with the rest of your landscaping. I think in this case there's no wrong moves. And we're going to do the same again with deep slate. Oops. Just throw it all around there. Might make you a bit dizzy. It does with me, that's why I take breaks from it. Okay, so how are we looking? That looks a bit silly there, that one, doesn't it? See? It's nicely blended in. And you can add a little bit more of bits that you want. You can add a bit of gravel. What I like about the gravel is that it does fall. So it'll fall into a natural place. And it just gives it that little bit extra. I don't think I've done it very much for this side. But again, it's something you can come back to, you can add to, you can tweak and change. So I think that's all we're going to do for that bit. Let's put a tiny amount. This is great for adding depth because it's such a contrasting colour. It adds that little bit of depth in there, but you don't want to overdo it because it's a little bit too contrasting. Because it does stand out. There we go. And we're just going to do that all over our bits. So we've got another chunk here to do. So if your bits are made purely out of stone, make sure you add dirt in there as well. We're not adding much dirt in here because these walls are made of dirt. You can blow holes in it to give it that little bit more depth and texture too, like we did the first time round. I'm not doing it this time because I think it's a bit pointless, because we seem to cover a lot of them up and you couldn't tell they were there. So it just felt a bit pointless doing it, but it's fun to do. So I suppose not completely pointless, eh? And you can make this as tall and as bulky as you want because it is meant to be giant rocks, isn't it? It's meant to be a big rocky landscape. And the stairs have been cut into the landscaping. At least that's how it appears. So I'm going to add some cobblestone. Cobblestone. I don't know why I say it like that. Just throw it all about until you get the idea that you want. Try not to get it on your path. Okay, and now for some deep slate. So I will do the same to that entire front section, but I will probably fast forward it. In fact, I might even cut that because that's going to take a long time to do, even with fast forward. Whew. And that is roughly how we cover up the majority of our landscaping. You just experiment with different textures, different blocks. Let's run a bit over the top there. Let's put some holes in there because it's not meant to be flat, it's not meant to be neat. Let's throw some cobblestone. Go for that. There we go. You don't want to add too much into there because it's meant to be rocks, so only use that sparingly. Antidote. Let's throw some of that in. Just do whatever you want. Or just wiggle your mouse, wiggle your controller, and just let it go where it needs to go. Tell you what else makes good for landscaping block. What was it called? I think it was coral. There we go. The dead coral. This stuff here. This makes great, especially that one. That makes great landscaping. Is it that one or that one? We'll go for the bubble one because it's a nice contrast between the cobblestone and the stone. It's not as harsh as cobblestone, but it does add texture and depth to it as well. How are we looking? That looks good. We're looking a little bit flat and bare there. What shall we put in there? Deep slate, I think. And let's throw some gravel about. Want it too neat. Yeah, no neatness. That looks better. There we go. I quite like that. Make sure you do a little bit on the back here as well. What can we use for that one? I think we'll use the tuft, but we're going to have to punch a bit out and then replace it in. We don't want it to come too far out over our staircase. There we go, that'll do. So again, like I said, we're going to do the same down that side later, and I'll fast forward that. Now we want to come down and fix this here, because this is too neat, too straight lines. We don't want straight lines, we don't want neatness. So we're going to get some TNT and have a bit of fun. Get rid of the directs, I'm not using that very much. And some flint and steel. Again, I usually use the mossy stuff when we're actually closer to the water. Okay, let's see what that gives us. Boom. And you. Boom. And you. And you. Boom, boom. Okay, so now we get our grass blocks. Take that out. We're just going to curve off some of these sharp edges there. And we're going to come down and underneath, so we're blocking up those holes there, but underneath. So it looks like that. You can of course try and do it from this way, that would have been better, wouldn't it? Same here, we've got too many sharp edges there, so just crunch into those a little bit. go. And the same over on this side. We've got quite a lot to do over here. So when it comes to your landscaping on this bit, don't worry too much about this corner here. That will be covered up by other landscaping at a later date. A much later date, but it will get covered up a little bit. But at the same time, it might add to that landscaping too. So do it so that it makes your build look nice for the time being, but I wouldn't pay too much attention to it just yet. There we go, so we're just going to go fill in the holes. So I don't like that, that's got too sharp an edge on it. Don't like too many corners. Same with that. Oh, that's a big corner that can get taken off. Bring that more there. And we didn't do the edge, but again, I wouldn't worry about the edge. Just because we don't want it looking. Ooh, have a leak. Sprung a leak. Right, so I said we'll detail it, that's how I call it. We'll detail that bit, but we'll do that later. I want to get the main bulk of the landscaping at the back done. So it's very time consuming, this is. Oops. Okay. I am hoping that my friend Centaur will join us and help. But she might not, we don't know. Depends how busy she is. Right, so we're going to alternate between dirt and stone. And we're going to do what we did here, if you can remember. It feels like such a long time ago. We're going to do one basic line going down, alternating from a one step down to a two step down. And then we'll extend our lines all the way across, and then you can detail them later. So we're going to start off with our line. We're going to come right into the back corner. And you're going to put 2 blocks of dirt. So that's a 2-step down. Then I'm going to put in another 2-step down. So we're going to come out one and then down. So it's 2-step down, 2-step down. And then we're going to come out one and then down one. So there's a 1-step down. 2, 2, 1. And then we're going to do a 2-step down. So it's 2, 2, 1, 2. Now a stone. Then a 2-step down stone. And a 2-step down again. And a 1-step. And a 2-step. And a 2-step. Keep track of my notes here because it's so easy to lose place. Then we're going to do a 2-step down, but we're going to make the top one dirt and the bottom one stone. just to mix it up a bit. And then we're going to do a 2 stone, then a 1 stone, 2 stone, and 2 stone, then a dirt, then a stone, then 1 dirt, 1 stone, two stone, stone, 1 dirt, 1 stone, two stone, one dirt, 1 stone, stone, 2 dirt, two stone, 1 dirt, and 1 dirt again. Right. You don't have to match that exactly. It's okay if you make a mistake or whatever. It just adds to your landscaping, but that's the general shape that you want. So now we're going to start coming out. So we've done 1 dirt and 1 dirt. So we're going to start coming out in 2s and more. So 1, 2, 2 out. Nothing but dirt now. 2 out again. It's 2 out and 2 out. Then 3 out. 1, 2, 3. Then 3 out again. I just hang fire before you copy this bit just to make sure that I've done it right. So 3 out again. How many 3 outs do we need? 2 3 outs. Have I done 2 3 outs? I have. So it's a 4 out, which I don't think I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 7 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so how many blocks shy are we? 1, 2, 3. We're 3 blocks shy of the floor. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to step this down a little bit further. See, I knew that weren't adding up right. Aha. So we're going to do, so go back to the last 2 stone out. The last 2 stone. So then we're going to add another 2 dirt like that, and then 1 stone, and then 1 dirt and 1 dirt. Hopefully that's our 3. So we're going to come out 2 out, 2, then 2 again. Again, add hang fire just to make sure that I've got this right, because I don't want you copying my mistakes. Then a 3 out, 1, 2, 3, 3 out again, 1, 2, 3, and a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right. That's what we wanted. So I just took out too much there. I see. I've not made sense of my own notes. I've taken those out when I should. There we go. Now I know. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Right, so now we're just going to drag it all out that way and drag it all out that way. So we're going to get, whoops, this line, and we're just going to drag it out until it meets there. And you can create your own corner. Bring it out one there. So you'll have to add to that one as well as we go. So that was the same level. It's not going to match that side perfectly. That's okay, because that will add to your landscaping. So on every level, every time we come down, bring it out one block further. So we're going to take this one block further. Like so. And then we'll just bring that to meet. Or you can chop it off like that, but we'll get to doing that later. Let's just get the main bulk of the walls done, and then you can chop and change it however you want later. Now so far we are actually matching up quite nicely, but that's not going to stick. Whoops. So one block further. Bring this one block further out. One block further out on this one. Whoops. So I'm going to fast forward this bit. So I'm just going to bring it out one block each time, and then we'll come back and sort that out. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward this now. as you can see, I've just come out an extra block every time. So now we're going to bring these two to meet each other. Again, it's not going to line up perfectly. It doesn't have to be neat, it doesn't have to be steady. The messier, the better. Whoops. Would help if I could fly in a straight line. See, this one's not going to line up quite right. So we could do that. This one could go in like that. And this one could come out. Do it anywhere you want. As long as you've got no holes so you can't see through everything. It doesn't really matter. You might have a little bit of a line coming down here, but once you finish detailing it, that will disappear. Stop that one there. Let's put in a dirt line. A couple of dirt lines. Down. Can't fly straight. Let's add some more dirt in now. That one back a bit. Okay, so hopefully, probably won't see because there's 5 in that one, and I know I've not got a 5. So again, like we did with the rest of it, just join it up as best as you can. We'll go for this one here. These, bring them forwards, step it out each row, just makes it a little bit easier to work out where you stand them. So if we bring out this last one, okay, so when I bring out these, in a straight line. I'm annoying myself today. So bring this all out to meet the corner. So, and step it out each one. Like so. Let's bring this one forward first. Okay, so that's where we've blown up some bits, so let's just make it nice and good. Oh, look at that. It's the same with this section now, just fill it in. Let's make that a not neat edge. We don't like the neat edges, do we? There we go, see? Oh, that's not 7, is it? How many have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's just add one more to it. There we go. That's not come out right. What's that? Okay, let's add another 2 to the end of that. You don't have to add it down that end, unless you really want to. There we go, because we're going to make mincemeat out of this, or you could use your TNT, whichever way you want to do it. The TNT is fun. There's no such things as straight edges. There we go. Right. So now we're going to do the other side, and then we'll probably have to call it a day, and we'll do the detailing next time. Because while it might not be very long for you, it has been nearly 2 hours for me. So there will be another landscaping next time. So what I want you to do is bring this one out, and we're going to bring it out by at least 6 blocks. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make it 8 to be on the safe side. You can always trim it down later. So you want to stick out from the edge of the path by 8 blocks. You don't need to stagger it, you just need to bring it all out. Because then the landscaping will take a turn for that way. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward this again. It's fairly straightforward, hopefully. If I've explained it correctly, it should be. If not, very sorry. Right, that's all we've got time for today, I'm afraid. So if you want to have a go at detailing it, go right ahead. As I say, it's probably been less than an hour for you guys, but it's been more than 2 for me now. And as you can hear in the background, my toddler is home and I can't really pay any more attention to this. At least not properly. So next time we are going to detail our cliffs and our sides here. We're going to detail all that. Oh, I'm getting carried away. My fingers just start clicking. They just start clicking away. Right. So next time we'll detail this side. And we'll detail that bit again, probably a lot of fast forwarding. And we're also going to sort out the landscaping from that doorway of the quad until it meets this. We will start the path that comes from this doorway. It comes over here and then it comes down and round. We will start the path. If we have any luck, we will finish the path. But that is for next time. So more landscaping next time, but it'll make another big difference next time. We're going to put in some more detailing and hopefully a path. And then the week after, we're going to start the courtyard in the quad. Courtyard. Woo. Okay guys, so that's it for me for today. I shall see you guys soon. Don't forget to check out our lives on a Friday and Saturday at about 10 o'clock UK time, PM. Until then guys, take care of yourselves, like and subscribe.